Good morning and welcome to the Global Truth Center Toronto, our Sunday celebration of love. Welcome wherever you are in the world. Thank you for tuning in today. Our theme for February is loving you, loving life. And our vision statement is love only, forgive everything, remember who you are. And we come together and we join in community virtually at this time to embrace the feeling that each of us matter to one another. We come together to celebrate and learn from the teachings of Ernest Holmes and other New Thought teachers. And we recognize and share a faith that there is a power for good in the universe. We are this power. We are this infinite creative energy, and therefore we can use this energy individually and collectively to recognize that each one of us is a part of something greater than ourselves. We are part of a universal energy of love, light, truth, beauty, peace, joy, wisdom, abundance, and justice. Today we have Pierre Gautreau with us. Yay! We love having Pierre join us. And we have Lena DeSanto as our practitioner for the day, who always has such incredible words of wisdom to impart upon us. And I am going to invite Pierre in just a moment. I'm going to punt for a moment because we did a great sound check yesterday and today earlier on. And then just before service, it's like, okay, there's a little glitch going on. So Pierre's just getting set up and I will wait for the heads up and I will bring him on with us. And so in the meantime, please feel free to leave comments in the comment section of YouTube and Facebook. And that way we get to know who's on, what you like and what's inspiring you. And it's a great way to share in community as well. All right. Pierre is ready for us for our opening song. So come on in, Pierre.
Oh, the sound gremlins of the morning.
There you go. Well, take it away, Pierre. I know it'll be fantastic.
Can we hear my guitar? It's very quiet.
It's very quiet, but you have an awesome voice. So.
All right. We'll do what we can.
Okay.
Just this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Just a spark can light the dark. I'm gonna let it shine. Just a spark can light the dark. I'm gonna let it shine. Just a spark can light the dark. I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Won't let fear and doubt blow it out. I'm gonna let it shine. Oh, won't let fear and doubt blow it out. I'm gonna let it shine. Won't let fear and doubt blow it out. I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. let it shine, 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 let it shine.
Well, you have an awesome voice because that was brilliant. It sounded a cappella, but it was brilliant, Pierre.
All right.
Thank you so much. And, it's a great way to start the morning. Just let
Sure.
your light shine.
Yep.
Sure, it is. We'll see you in a little bit. Oh, so everyone, let's just take a breath in and um, take a moment. In my meditation this morning, I talked about um, Amit Goswami had a quote that it's not just about do, and it's not just about be. It's about doing, being, doing, being. And we want to come together to know that, beyond the world of form and beyond the world of this physical experience that we have, there is an ultimate reality. And that's when we come into the being and we get to do from this place of being. And the ultimate reality is one of love, peace, and harmony that each one of us can use and embody and live from. So, in every moment, knowing that we have choice, we can choose what to think, we can choose who to be, and we can choose what to do. And of course, this determines the world that we see. So, whatever direction our mind takes and firmly believes in forms this thought pattern within the atmosphere of pure potentiality. And whatever tendency of thought is held in our mind, this is what we teach, tends to take an outward form in creation. And so let's release the past. For if we continue to live as we have lived in the past, then the future will be more of the past. But if we continue and choose to live in a greater consciousness of love, and we open our hearts to a deeper level of forgiveness and understand our oneness with all of life and have this commitment to love, we will play a part in bringing peace and harmony to this world. And so it's up to each one of us to accept that light that Pierre was singing about, to accept that light within us, that infinite creative power of infinite love and the gifts of expression that emerge from it. So I invite you to ask yourself, what subtle changes can I make within myself that creates a momentous change in my life, to the lives around me and the world? And today, consider a possibility that there might be a way for us to think, to be, to do from love only. And so, from this place of consideration, I'm going to bring in Pierre and our practitioner today, Lena. And Pierre will take us into our invocation song.
Let me know if we hear the piano today.
Yes.
Hey! Victory.
Take it away.
All right. You can play the game, you can act out the part, though you know it wasn't written for you. Tell me, how do you stand there with your broken heart, ashamed of playing the fool? One thing can lead to another. It doesn't take any sacrifice. Now, oh, for father and mothers, sisters and brothers. If it feels nice, don't think twice. Just shower the people you love with love. Show them the way that you feel. Things are gonna work out fine if you only will. If you only will. Shower the people you love with love. Show them the way that you feel. Things are gonna be much better if you only will. You can run, but you cannot hide. This is widely known. And what you plan to do with your foolish pride when you're all by yourself alone. Once you tell somebody the way that you feel, you can feel it beginning to ease. I think it's true what they say about the squeaky wheel, always getting the grease. Better to shower the people you love with love. Show them the way that you feel. Things are gonna work out fine if you only will. If we only will. Shower the people you love with love. Show them the way that you feel. Things are gonna be much better if you only will.
In this moment, as to take a breath and we put our hands on our hearts and know that deep within each and every one of us, that love exists because it's the truth of who we are. And to remember that loving us first and coming from that strength of saying yes to who we are and shining our light out to each and every person, surrounding ourselves with love and compassion and radiating this energy out to each and every person that is in front of us, to everything that we do, is knowing that this love leads the way. It is the only way. And for this, I'm grateful. I say thank you. And I shower people with love in each and every way. And remember to do it for myself too, because unless we do it for ourselves, we're not able to do it for others. I let go, I let God, and I know that my word spoken as law is. And together we say, and so it is.
Shower the people you love with love. Show them the way that you feel. Things are gonna work out fine. Oh, things are gonna be much better if we only will.
Beautiful, Pierre. Thank you. Oh, Lena, hello.
Good morning. Good morning.
So, our theme for February is loving you, loving life. And so, what does this mean for you this month?
So, whenever we have a new theme, I always start to live and breathe it just as it's coming about. And it's interesting, the different messages that come through, or like, I draw cards daily, and it's like, oh, so self-worth is in here. So it's about, a sense of confidence and an expectation of success and ability to love. But it was also about setting clear boundaries and respect, right? Like
Mm,
having respect for ourselves. Um, so, you know, I was thinking about, so how do I love me first and fill up my cup, before, like, because if I'm empty, I've got, that energy shows up. Like I can't be in a place of love for others if I'm not full and within myself, like tapped in that everything is good and solid. So, like taking care of my health, taking care of, if I need to exercise. So, right now, it was when I sit still and I ask, it's like, what do I need to come from this place of love and energy? Because as I bring it, that's how my day unfolds. So for me, it was, starting that back at the gym, and it's like already I see the energy coming into my, body. It's like a little sore, but it's also, I received an email. One of the yoga studios is opening up soon, and I'm like, and they needed volunteers. And I thought, well, I haven't done yoga in a studio for 2 years.
yeah.
And I really, really miss that, because for me, that's not just a form of exercise, it's community. It's
Hmm.
being in a place of energy with other people that are like minded and doing something for their bodies. But at the same time, um, it just brings that energy of love and spiritual, like being good within ourselves, within our bodies, and flowing with that energy. So I said yes to that, and I'm looking forward to that. And but it was just those things, saying yes to good nutrition, saying yes to sleep, because quite often, like all the tenets that keep me in place of being solid and feeling vibrant and having that vital energy. That's love. That's
Hmm.
and that's what comes out, and that's what create, like, my day flows so much smoother because people feel that energy, and I'm able to like into the work that I do, into the calls that I have. And so, yeah, it was just like, okay, this is a month of nurturing and self care and self worth, self respect, right?
Yes. And I think that's, we get very caught up in, or I'll own it for myself, sometimes in New Thought, it's all about our thoughts. It's all about our thoughts. And yes, our thoughts are then reflected in our body. But what we forget to do is recognize there are many elements to taking care of ourselves, whether it
Mm-hmm.
is through movement and exercise and nutrition and sleep, as well as our spiritual practices.
Mm-hmm.
And so to be able to embody all of that and give that to yourself then is reflected in your life, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then you
Mm-hmm.
really get to love your life.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I did find something that I want to tie this in with and
Hmm.
leave people with, because it was really powerful. And it's from S. McNutt. I saw it on social media, but it tied in with the theme, right? So it says, fall in love with taking care of yourself. Fall in love with the path of deep healing. Fall in love with becoming the best version of yourself with patience and compassion and respect to your own journey.
Mm,
Mhm.
beautiful, Lena. Thank you so much.
You're
That's
welcome.
perfect. And it leads us right into the affirmation. If you'd like to lead us in our affirmation here.
Okay. Okay, I'll say it once and then we can all say it together. My inner world creates my outer world. And together we'll say, my inner world creates my outer world. And so it is.
And so it
Namaste.
is. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank
It's
you.
always good to see you.
You
And
as well.
I'm going to bring Pierre back for a feature song. We'll see you in a bit, Lena.
Thank you.
Hey, Pierre.
What's with my hair? Wow.
That's usually what I say in the morning.
I just got a picture of myself and going, wow, that's really poofy. Oh, well.
It's all good.
All right. Well, we'll stick with
Okay.
the piano because we can hear that.
Yeah, sounds good. And I know this is an original of yours, and it is absolutely perfect for today.
Oh, thank you. This is called Be Kind. Be at ease. Ride the breeze. Life can be high and low. Laugh, love, and cry. It is how we grow. How we grow. Join the quest to be your best. Where you're going to, it'll be alright. Find what you're looking for. Keep it in your sight. In your sight. And be kind to your mind. What we believe is what we receive. Change can be what sets us free. The mystery of future history. Join me in the great unknown, looking back at how we've grown into our own and be kind to your mind. What we believe is what we receive.
That's a musical. You could write a whole musical around that song, Pierre.
I could. I'll
You
get on it right
could.
now.
That was amazing. I
Wait
love
till
the lyrics.
one day maybe you'll hear it with the whole band, and it's pretty amazing. What the song is very different when all the instrumentation and is in there. But yeah, this is
Oh,
one of the new
yeah.
ones. Yeah,
Ah, awesome. Thank you so much.
my pleasure.
Oh, I turned myself off and not you.
I, I'm doing. Am I doing the talk today? I didn't know that.
Here, I'm going to hand it all over to you, Pierre, because you're so brilliant and talented, and you could do it anyways.
Right. 2 words. Be kind. There you go.
There you go. Thank you so much. Oh my goodness. You have to laugh sometimes about the technical stuff. So I love some of the lyrics. I love all the lyrics in that song. Um, Join the quest to be your best, not the best, your best, whatever your best is. And you know what? Women Terry's best is, and Judy's best, and Tom, and Sibylla, and Margaret Ann, and Nick, and everybody else who's online. It's all going to be an individual journey, but stay on the journey. And my talk title today is Harnessing Kindness and Self-Acceptance. And, February seems like a good time to start opening our minds, opening our hearts to a deeper love and unity with the realization that we are this infinite breath of life. And of course, February 1st is the lunar year of the water tiger, which is symbolically about adventure, big changes, and risk taking. And given that it also carries the elements of water, we know water, flow of emotions, the flow of emotions. And so, can we be in that flow? Can we open up our minds to a deepening of understanding of our own unity with all of life? And it's also Black History Month, and a lot of people are also giving voice to what they want for the future of their families, their children, their grandchildren. So there's a whole lot of change going on, probably more than any of us would have ever predicted. And I know for me yesterday, we were at Avenue Road and Davenport area, and we were driving up Avenue Road, and the convoy of trucks and cars for the protest was unprecedented in my time of what I've ever experienced on a personal level in terms of the vast amounts of people really using their voice to speak up for what they want. And so it feels like a perfect time for me to say, how do I want to shine the light of my wisdom through any darkness to illuminate in my own life the depth of abundance and joy, health, well-being through loving kindness and self-acceptance? And sometimes self-acceptance is not always that easy. It's when we've missed the mark in certain places, and it's like, whoa, really? And, it's very easy for us to go and beat ourselves up. But self-acceptance is the opposite of avoiding responsibility or giving up in self-defeat and becoming a victim to our erroneous thinking that doesn't allow us to touch back into that remembering of who we truly are. So it's about pushing against the old ways of being, and that's happening individually. It's also happening collectively. It's about opening the doorway to our heart for healing at the deepest level. And in doing so, we give ourselves the opportunity to integrate our shadow aspects and live more authentically and wholly. And for myself, I have to keep reminding myself that it takes courage to practice kindness and self acceptance. It also means practicing self forgiveness and forgiveness for others as well. So, to each, to each of you, can you recognize that it is through the unity of good that we come to this place of wholeness and a deeper understanding of ourselves and what we each individually need to do to take care of ourselves? There is a quote that I found from Ernest Holmes, and I was like, oh my God. I read it, and then I read it again, and then I read it again this morning, and then I read it out loud to Derek this morning, and I went, Ernest Holmes was more than brilliant. He had an insight into the wholeness of the universe at his time that I find absolutely astounding. So I'm going to read this quote to you. It is a little bit lengthy, so hang in there with me. But what he says in it is as applicable to each one of us and to everything that is happening in the world right now. So here's what he says. True freedom, true liberty has something cosmic behind it. If the time has come that modern science has proved that we cannot move a piece of paper without changing the balance of the entire physical universe, if we have come to the place where we know that the stuff of which our physical bodies are made is the same stuff the planets are made. If we come to the place where such a profound unity is maintained that physicists believe there is no such thing as disunity in the physical world, then we can easily see what the great spiritual leaders of the ages meant when they told us of that greater unity in which we all live and move and have our being. And that the idea of freedom itself is tied up with the true concept of the unity of good. If our nature is one, if God is one, and we know that God must be one, for the universe cannot be divided against itself, then we are all tied to an indivisible unity. And we shall have to get back to this unity to find the meaning of freedom. Nothing in any part of this cosmic whole could be considered freedom that would destroy the liberty of some other part of it. That would be self-destruction, would it not? We know that the true liberty must spring from true unity. Therefore, it is imperative that we are unified versus divided within ourselves. My question to you this morning: where are you divided within yourself? When are you divided within yourself? The negative self-talk, the voice in your head that doesn't stop, that always feels like it's on your side, it can either tear you up or it can build you up. It depends on what you are listening to. Stop listening to the negative self-talk because it just tears up our insides. When you start to self-judge, slow down. Slow down. You know, it's interesting. I had a conversation with Phil Jacobs this week. And for some of you who don't know, Phil, early November, broke his ankle severely in many, many places. And he still cannot walk. And he has a couple more months to continue healing and a few more weeks to continue healing before he can even begin physiotherapy. And he said, what I learned from this, slow down. Slow down. There is nothing to rush for. And I thought about that and I thought, how often am I rushing in my head, going through all the things I have to do? Got to get this done. What have I got this? And what does my week look like? And where do I have to go? And blah, 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 blah. And it's like, slow down, and be present. And you know, all that rushing around comes from fear and self-judgment. What will people think if I don't get all this done? What will people think if I don't do all of this? What will others, say about me? And so I'm rushing and rushing and rushing in my own head to try and prove that I'm good enough instead of diving into myself and holding myself able and going, it's all okay. It's okay. I don't have to be in that constrictive, fear-based energy. Breathe. Breathe in. Be here now. So start slowing down. Be with yourself. Practice being open to yourself and giving yourself permission to be just as you are. No excuses, no rationalizations, rationalize, no avoidance. You can say to yourself, this is what it is. This is the situation. And yet I still deeply accept and love myself as I am. Every setback we have is an opportunity to know more. I was just about to say to learn more, and I don't like that. It's so automatic for me to say it, but I don't like it. It's like, if I'm really tapped into myself, it's just an uncovering and discovering. It's an expansion of inner knowledge. It's an opportunity to tap in and to that eternal wisdom. I don't have to learn more lessons. Go within. I want to just keep going within and uncovering and discovering how I can be more of who I truly am, so that I can then ask myself, okay, from this deep place of connection to who I truly am, to spiritual truth, how can I then do this differently next time? So, it's so easy to get caught up in comparison and comparing ourselves to others. Just, we always come up short. It's never enough. And our self-esteem invariably takes a blow when we do this. Let us stack up all the healthy, loving, constructive things we've done in our life, all the ways we've been of service, all the ways we've felt gratitude for the gifts we've received, and allow that energy to lead us versus the comparative energy. And, lastly, get back into spiritual practice, whatever that practice is, that reminds you that all that negative thinking is fleeting and erroneous. It's fleeting and erroneous. It's not the truth of who we are. And we all have many spiritual practices, and I know it's certainly people in class have different spiritual practices. Our practitioners have different spiritual practices, and yet we all have the practice of visioning, meditation, contemplation, and affirmative prayer and affirmation. And so whatever you need to do from those practices to come back into the remembering of who you truly are. Because each one of us is a powerful being in our bodies for this lifetime on earth. And you shift and shape the world as much as that piece of paper that gets moved. Think about that. A piece of paper being moved creates a shift in the universe. We shift and move. And are we moving towards the light or contracting from it? And that also shifts and shapes the world. Are we moving towards unification within ourselves and practicing being really generous with appreciation and kindness to ourselves, so that we're then in contribution to something that is far more unified than ununified. Well, it can't be ununified. That's the way we see it. So, my invitation to all of us, all of you and me, so it's all of us, is to make a commitment this month to take better care of yourself in whatever way that looks like. And that might be through nutrition. That might be through movement. That might be through prayer or journaling. Whatever way supports you both emotionally, mentally, physically, and spiritually, so that you're living in this congruent energy, this unified force field, where then everything in your life feels expansive and amazing. So that you're really loving yourself and loving your life. And as we emerge into this new life that we're going to be experiencing, it's also time for us to come together physically in community. And that is one of the commitments that I have for this year. Is we are finding a space and we are gathering on a Sunday. Yes, it will always be a hybrid where we are live casting out to people who don't live in the Toronto area. But for those of us that do, to come together to, as Lena talked about, feel that energy with one another and come into this collective faith and knowing and celebrate the infinite power for good in the universe that is ours to use. And so to share that with each other, but also to share it out in community. So I do invite you to join us for our annual general meeting. And if you need the Zoom link for that, you can find it in the newsletter if you click on the very top poster that says save the date for the AGM. It will take you to the Zoom link. It is also on our website. If you, on the front page, if you scroll down to the bottom of the page, it is, it's right in the calendar there. I'm just like, I'm trying to read Pierre or Tom's comment at the same time, though not so much. I have to move you out of the way of the logo in order to read it, Tom. But thank you for your comment there. And yeah, join us for the AGM and see where we're at. And I thank all of you for the consciousness of unity versus disharmony, and to really bring yourself into that place. It's a consistent practice for sure. And so with that, I say namaste. I just, I just feel so excited about us coming together, not only in community here online, but also in the physical space as well. And so, with that, I am also going to bring up, okay, now I can see, though not sure about shifting the universe by moving a piece of paper, it's just saying that everything is connected, Tom. Everything. Because that piece of paper also has a vibration to it. Everything has an energetic vibration. And so, when we can recognize that, we can be more honoring and respectful of everything. I'm just going to tell you a very quick story. I was listening to a podcast on teeth by an endodontist. She's a holistic endodontist. And she talked with such love and respect about our mouth and our teeth. And so she said, when we're brushing, each tooth has incredible energy, and to brush each tooth with love. Brush it lovingly. And I thought, how often do I just brush my teeth? Don't even think about it. I don't give them any love. So again, it's, everything. We can give love to everything because everything has an energy to it. And the general meeting is at 11:15 this morning. So that's in about 25 minutes once we're finished the service. All right, everybody, I am going to bring up our giving affirmation. I live in a universe of abundance. As I freely and joyfully give to my spiritual center, I recognize I am the flow of abundance. I share with all life. All life. As I give, I receive. And so it is. And this month, our donation, let me just take that down. Our donation goes to the beloved Casa Guatemala. And so we have the opportunity to, again, support that beautiful organization that gives education and houses so many kids in Guatemala. And so this is where 10% of our February's tithe will go to. And I also invite you to join us. We have a new session starting this Wednesday at 7 p.m. It's all around the power of prayer. So please join us for that. And then as well, we have a couple of other things here. Spirit Breath is at 8 a.m. on Zoom, and you're welcome to join us for meditation at that time. It's half an hour till 8:30. And then lastly, every Wednesday evening on Zoom at 6 p.m., 6 to 7 p.m., is a sacred prayer circle, and this will be led by myself. It will also be led by other practitioners, and we invite you to just come in and experience the power of sacred prayer. It is, it moves energy. So everyone is welcome. There's no charge for that. You can then go and have your dinner, or you have a bit of a break if you're in class, and can join us back in class at 7. That too is on our calendar. And so the Zoom link is there for you every Wednesday. All right. So with that, I am going to bring Pierre back for our final song. And he's got his guitar. So, sounds like there might be.
Oh, let me see.
Hey,
You can hear it.
yes, I can hear it.
Oh, how wonderful. Well, we figured that out, didn't we?
Good job, Pierre. Awesome.
All right. This is an
Thank you.
oldie called Give What I Gotta Give. Walking around town, have you heard the news? Apparently we all got free will and get to choose. Are you singing love songs, or are you singing the blues? Now you got your way and I've got mine, and we're all connected by the universal central line. Attracting to is what we believe all of the time. So I'll give what I got to give what I got to give with love. I'll give what I got to give what I got to give with love. I'll give what I got to give what I got to give with love. It always brings the sun out and breaks the dark cloud above. Now, hey there in the mirror, what's it gonna be? 'Cause you know that release in the past is gonna set you free. And there's only love that's plain to see that can take away the pain or the misery. So I'll give what I got to give what I got to give with love. I'll give what I got to give what I got to give with love. I'll give what I got to give what I got to give with love. It always brings the sun out, breaks the dark cloud above. Now if I think of how I'm feeling and it isn't quite appealing, there are two things I can do. I can still play the game, and feel the same, or put my foot in the other shoe. So I'll give what I got to give what I got to give with love. Give what I got to give what I got to give with love. Oh, give what I got to give what I got to give with love. It always brings the sun out, breaks the dark cloud above. It always brings the sun out, which breaks the dark cloud, which breaks the dark cloud, which breaks the dark cloud above. Oh, yeah. I'm gonna give what I gotta give.
Whew. Thank you so much, much, Pierre. Thank you, Lena. Thank you,
Mhm.
everyone. Have a beautiful, beautiful Sunday. Namaste. See you soon. Bye for now.
Bye, everyone. Thank you.